Connecting with the divine, beloved child, listen to me with the attention of your heart, for this moment carries the sound of a turning point that has been approaching for a long time. I have felt every step you took, every hesitation, every sacrifice you made to preserve peace around you. I know the price you paid in silence. I do not speak of empty promises or fleeting comforts. I speak of what has already been moved on your behalf in the secret chambers of time. Please, do not fail to watch this special video. It is a message from God to brighten your day. Click like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. We want to reach 1,000 subscribers to spread even more faith and hope. Watch until the end. Click on the first comment and discover the secret ritual to attract money and prosperity. When you look back, you will see traces that once seemed to entangle you, relationships that dried up, doors that closed, dreams that seemed to lose color. All of it was part of a greater design, a work in which I removed what was holding you back so that you could move forward. Allow yourself to feel the longing without clinging to what has ended. Allow your heart to open to the new with the same reverence you gave the old. There is rest reserved for you, a place where your spirit will find repair and renewal. Do not rush to understand every detail now. First, embrace the presence that tells you, I am with you. Trust, for every tear has been gathered and transformed into strength for what lies ahead. Feel now the peace I send you, not as a fleeting relief, but as the promise of healing that remains after the storm has passed. Comment, I trust in God, He is my strength in challenges. Remember the words that soothe and guide the soul, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23 verse 1. I do not recite them as an empty formula, but as a map for your journey. When you struggled to maintain a balance that drained you, when you gave your best and seemed to receive nothing in return, I was collecting every sincere intention and keeping them in their rightful place. There is a restoration that will not be evident by sudden ease, but by an inner transformation aligning your desire with what is eternal and true. I saw you tending to others' wounds while overshadowing your own needs so they could remain comfortable. Now the order is reversed. Your restoration will begin to influence those around you, not by your strength, but by the presence that sustains you. Learn to accept help without guilt, to ask for rest without fear of judgment. This new season requires you to remove the stones that burden you and place them in the right hands. Let me carry them with you when needed. There is a tender care being shaped for your soul, something that will restore vigor to your body and clarity to your thoughts. Write with faith, my trust is anchored in God's promise. My child, trust in the promises that rise like beacons in the night. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. John chapter 14 verse 27. Do not confuse it with superficial calm. What I bring to you is a peace that penetrates the depths of fear, dismantling the narratives that bound you with guilt and demands. I know the weight you carry out of habit, a weight others do not even notice, and so I begin to untie hidden knots in the roots of your story. Sometimes freedom comes through the removal of companions who cannot understand your growth. Sometimes it comes through leaving environments that repeat old patterns. Do not grieve when you see clearings appear. They are windows to your freedom. Wait with a serene heart, for my guidance is always firm and gentle. Let my peace govern your decisions. Let it be the standard that separates what builds you from what drains you. In every choice, remember you are not alone. I walk with you. Now look within and recognize the faithfulness of your own effort, even when the return seemed absent. You were a lighthouse in times of fog. You gave warmth when indifference lingered. it was not in vain. Even the losses that tore you apart had, under my gaze, a purpose of preparation, ways of refining your soul so it could bear the greater good I was preparing. Do not confuse endings with failure. What closes a door often clears the path for unexpected arrivals. I have been removing obstacles that seemed eternal, opening passages where there were once walls. Even if the process feels slow to your anxious heart, I have been working silently so things may be established in a lasting way. Accept the change without fear of losing yourself. You will lose only the ways of living that limited you in order to find a more whole identity. And when you feel disoriented, remember my intention is always good. Nothing I remove from you is without purpose. Everything that comes is for strength and hope. Comment: I believe in God's hope and restoration. There is, my child, a time when the tears you shed out of care will become seeds of unexpected fruit. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. I do not say every suffering will be pleasant, but that from it will spring something shaping your character, opening doors, and offering testimonies that bring light to other hearts. See your experiences not as pits of defeat, but as instruments of compassion and spiritual authority. What once broke you can later become the bridge through which others cross their own pain. Rise with the courage born of your story. Every difficult chapter was the writing of your qualification for the calling of healing, counseling, and building up. The justice I bring to you is not one of immediate counting, but of perfect timing, and that time is near. Remain faithful to what is right, continue to love without expecting reward, and watch as my direction finds ways to supply and crown your faithfulness. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. In this renewal, there will be adjustments in the relationships around you. Some friendships will reveal themselves by their essence, others will lose relevance. Do not be alarmed by this movement. It is part of the necessary purification so that the new may enter. When certain bonds loosen, it will not be out of my indifference, but for the protection of your integrity. I keep watch over those you love. I take care of their journeys too, even when they seem to run along different paths. The rhythm of meetings and farewells you have experienced was a compass that tuned your heart for the sounds yet to come. Be patient with others and with yourself. Maturity is born from responsible detachment. As changes are accepted, some will return transformed, others will follow different roads. Both are part of the same process of alignment with your purposes. Keep within you what is good. Do not deny what is right out of fear of the new. Write in the comments, God is my refuge and my fortress. Deep within you, I am removing roots that suffocated the sprout of what is about to bloom. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. There are subtle signs announcing this newness. dreams that begin to beat again, a forgotten creativity reappearing, doors opening with gentle touches of opportunity. Notice the coincidences that are not coincidences at all. They are my hands arranging doors and bringing people together who are aligned with your purpose. Receive the ideas that come in silence, for within them lies the strategy one deposit for your mission. Do not reject the unexpected just because it strays from your familiar map. The paths I trace may not seem logical, but they are wise. Trust in the rhythm of your new beginning and participate actively. Open your heart, respond to opportunities, walk with courage. To follow me is to join your will with mine, and in that union, the extraordinary becomes possible. Meanwhile, care for your body and your mind with tenderness, for they are the vessels that will carry you into this new territory. Rest when necessary, release the weight of guilt that does not belong to you, and let prayer be more than words, let it be surrender and listening. There is an integral healing promised, and it begins in the simplicity of well-lived days, shared meals, sincere laughter, boundaries set with love. Do not despise the small rituals of care. Within them lies the resilience that will face the greater challenges. I can use your time of recovery to teach you new priorities, to show you that not every effort must be exhausting to be valuable. Learn to say no without resentment, to say yes without fear, and to recognize that your worth is not measured by how much you can carry, but by the quality of what you offer when whole. Comment: every challenge is an opportunity. I will grow and shine. Lift your hope. The manifestation of what I have planted within you will begin to reveal itself in tangible ways. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. It is not a formula for instant success, but the courage to persist, day after day, even when the outward scene does not yet match what you carry inside. There will be days when you feel revived, a sudden clarity, a providential encounter, an open door, and others when you walk step by step with patience. In all of them, I am present. Your faith does not need to be grand, it only needs to be sincere, to look to me in the small acts and find reason to move forward. Allow your inner work to manifest outwardly in actions that overflow with kindness and firmness. The promise will not fail, I will strengthen you for each stage. Do not hold on to resentments or bitterness, hand them over so that I may transform those materials into a testimony of freedom. Look ahead with eyes that see purpose and compassion. I invite you to walk with me in a renewed way, with lightness, courage, and gratitude, knowing that the entire process, even the longest nights, was woven with love. Take my hand and follow. I am the author of the turning points, the one who reorganizes your path so that it may hold an abundance of peace, meaning, and new beginnings. Today is a starting point. Receive it as such and move forward with confidence, for my voice calls you by name and leads you beyond what you can imagine. Believe in what I am working in your days. Believe in the order I established long before your reason could understand the paths. My beloved child, when everything seems to stall and the air around thickens with doubts, remember that I am no surprise. I have already planned, prepared, and taken position long before your affliction arose. I do not ask for naive faith, but for firm surrender, not as one who accepts the unknown out of despair, but as one who recognizes that forces greater than human understanding are working for your good. Do not let yourself be consumed by attachment to the past. Every door that closes has been guarded by my hand so that you may walk through one that is wider, brighter, and truer. I have seen your silent effort, the sleepless nights, the decisions that only your soul understood. None of this was in vain. Your fatigue is not a sign of defeat, but the molding of a renewed character. There is a time to rest and a time to act. I know the right moment for each, and today I tell you, the capacity to walk lightly has been born within you, because I sustain your steps. Believe that the liberation you desire has already begun. Believe that the chains that bound you are starting to fall. Believe that the new is not a distant promise, but a reality in gestation that requires your courageous presence. Do not retreat into insecurity. Advance with the confidence of one who walks under my gaze and under my protection. Allow me to reveal, step by step, the most beautiful parts of your story, and when the stormy memory of the past tries to hold you back, remember, I am stronger than all the weight you have ever carried. Comment, I believe in God's promises in my life. Understand that the renewal I am preparing also involves the relationships around you. Some will flourish, others will move away. Do not interpret these movements with eyes of accusation or fear. They are necessary adjustments to preserve you and to harmonize your environment with the new that awaits you. There are friendships that will endure the test of time and fire. There will be bonds that reveal themselves as superficial and impermeable to growth. Do not grieve bitterly for the detachment of those who choose different paths. Instead, trust that I care for every story, including those you love. Sometimes, distance is not loss, but protection. I undo dangerous ties as one prunes a diseased branch so that the tree may bear better fruit. And when human understanding fails, remember that my actions are wise even when mysterious. Do not be alarmed by apparent instability. It prepares the ground for things that the old soil could never produce. Keep your heart steady and observe with serenity. What seems to collapse is what will be rebuilt in glory. Do not burden yourself with justifying every change. Simply receive the guidance I offer and walk with integrity. There is a peace that precedes great transformation. Learn to recognize this sign and preserve your hope within it. Comment, with love and kindness, I can be a light in the lives of others. I have been working silently on the foundations of your life. While many interpreted your silence as inaction, I used this time to consolidate what you did not even know you needed. Every prudent decision you made, even the most discreet, served as a foundation for the restoration that is approaching. Remember the times you felt there was not enough strength to continue. I was there, sustaining, renewing, and gradually removing the reasons for your fear. When I say that I came before you, it is not a figure of speech. My hands have marshaled resources, opened doors, and positioned the right people at decisive moments. I do not exempt you from personal responsibility. I call you to move coherently with what I have already planned. Do not wait passively as one watches a calendar without commitment. Walk with the certainty that the ground has been prepared, but it requires your initiative to flourish. I do not act to leave you stagnant. I act so that you may be the agent of your own redemption. Every heart that trusts courageously perceives the lightness of the step and discovers that even in uncertainty, there is direction. Do not allow the fear of making mistakes to keep you immobilized. The greatest error is not moving when the right door opens. I call you to dare, to release what binds you, and to embrace what presses your spirit with renewed hope. Comment, I believe in God's hope and restoration. Do not linger in searching for an exit where I have already closed the passage. Many times, by insisting on old routes, you remain on a path that no longer serves you. I, out of love, close it so that you may find another with broader horizons. Understand that closure is not rejection, but reorganization, a loving gesture that prepares you for a fairer road. There are liberations that only occur when you accept that the previous plan has ended. Do not insist on reclaiming what has been broken. I return what is yours with a measurable increase, but never in the same way. True recovery appears multiplied and transformed. When you ask for justice, trust that I am responsible for restoring with wisdom. Do not stray from humility. Recognizing the hand that guides you makes the walk smoother. Remember that I have cared for your deepest dreams, and in the reordering, your vocation will find fertile soil. With each apparent loss, there will be even 3 blessings to compensate and enrich your spirit. It is not fantasy, it is the order I establish for those who follow me faithfully. Walk then with an open heart, for I handle the measures and timing, and you take care of your faith and your readiness to receive. My child, learn to discern the silence that I create from the silence that corrodes. There are moments when I ask you for stillness so that I may act without human noise. There are others when silence is born of fear and must be broken. Cultivate within your heart the sensitivity to distinguish these two. The silence that is mine allows you to hear my voice clearly. It is fertile, bringing clarity and peace. The silence of fear is empty and confusing. Turn away from it with prayer and courage. Do not be ashamed to cry when necessary. Tears purify and liberate, and through them, I often reorient the heart for a new beginning. The trials you have endured are not forgotten. I place them as steps, not as prisons. The maturity you have gained in secret will shine as light in the new responsibilities you will receive. The patience I have taught you is not resignation, but active endurance in trust. While you wait, prepare yourself, learn, strengthen your faith, love more deeply, and arrange your heart to serve. I grant extra grace to those who persevere. Doors will open where walls once stood, and you will find unexpected help that will confirm the truth of what I have promised. Do not fear rebuilding yourself. When you were young in spirit, you feared more what was outside than what was inside. Today, I invite you to rise again on firm foundations. The transformation I work in you does not erase your story. Gather it and make it an instrument of wisdom. Look upon your mistakes without exhausting yourself. Learn from them and let them serve as a map for wiser decisions. I do not seek perfection in you, but faithfulness. I do not demand that you ignore your flaws, but that you offer them so I may use them for your benefit and the benefit of others. Complete restoration involves a process. There are stages to fulfill, wounds that need care, and forgiveness that must be practiced. Do not neglect the small daily tasks, for they organize your inner self and prepare your exterior. The gentle discipline you adopt now will be the key to sustaining what I will deliver later. And when the temptation to return to the familiar visits you, remember the vision I have given you. Remember what the new promises and the lightness ahead hold. I walk with you, step by step, and my presence guarantees that the work will be completed. There is heavenly vigilance over your calling. You are not a solitary project. You are in covenant with the eternal purpose. People willing to cooperate with your mission will be placed before you, some obviously, others silently, but all essential. Learn to recognize the hidden help. Sometimes assistance comes as advice, at other times as doors opened or resources provided at the exact right moment. Do not dismiss a small gesture. Often, it is there that I hide great provision. And when you feel that no one understands, remember, I understand. You are not unknown to me. My promises withstand time, and I work to fulfill them, even if the way I act eludes your understanding. Trust the process and honor opportunities, even the simple ones. Those who act with a good heart will see that the path is composed of kindness and factors aligned in surprising harmony. Do not let haste dominate you. Many blessings require maturation. When you demand immediate results, you risk losing what should become solid over time. Patience is not mere waiting, it is refined action, wisdom in motion. Cultivate yourself in the virtues that sustain great endeavors: humility to learn, perseverance to act, gratitude to recognize every advance. Reject the despair that pushes you toward shortcuts. Shortcuts often lead to regressions. I call for faithfulness. If you remain steadfast on the course, the stages will unfold and the promise will be revealed fully. Do not compare yourself to others. Each journey has its own rhythm and measures. Look only to the direction I have given and to the signs that confirm my hand. When the conclusion comes, you will see that every delay served to refine the best of you. There will be days of joy and days of trial. Both contribute to maturity and the glory I intend to reveal. Do not forget to give thanks for every small victory, for gratitude opens even more doors to my favor. Live as one who knows the future is in good hands, mine. Keep your heart connected to mine, and no storm will overthrow you permanently. If at any point you feel discouraged, return to these words. You were loved before you were born. You do not walk alone. I orchestrated your deliverance with intentionality, and I will delight in seeing your restored smile. Now rise with confidence, walk before the world with courage, knowing that what awaits you is greater than all you have left behind. I am with you, always, until everything I have promised is fulfilled in your life. Be careful with the anxiety that seeks to steal your peace, my beloved child. Often, the human heart allows itself to be captured by thoughts that seem urgent but are merely shadows, illusions that obscure the path I have already laid before you. The world clamors for your attention, urging you to act hastily, to worry, to overextend yourself, yet I call you to a higher way, a path of quiet confidence in my providence. Every moment of unease, every whisper of fear, is an invitation to draw nearer to me, to lean fully upon my understanding and release the burden of attempting to control what only I can orchestrate. Remember the promise in Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10, "Fear not, for I am with you, be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." These words are not merely comfort, they are a declaration of my unwavering presence. I am already before every circumstance, arranging, guiding, and sustaining you. Your labor alone does not secure your future. Your surrender and trust in me are what bring life to the plans I have designed for you, even when the way seems hidden or uncertain. My dear child, understand that not every absence is a loss, nor every separation a punishment. When someone departs, when doors close, or opportunities vanish before your eyes, do not despair. These events, even when they confound your reason or wound your heart, are not random. Each separation, each withheld opportunity, each closed door is an act of my divine protection, a preparation for blessings that your eyes have yet to behold. I am preserving you from influences that would derail your purpose and making room for what is essential, what aligns with your destiny. Remember the words of Psalm 34 verse 18, "The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit." Even when sorrow touches you, I am near, orchestrating every step, preparing the soil for growth, ensuring that what is sown will yield abundant fruit. Do not mistake silence for abandonment, my child. When it seems as though my voice is absent, it is precisely within this quiet that I am speaking most profoundly. In stillness, I am refining your heart, shaping your spirit, and positioning every element of your life for the perfect unfolding of my purpose. Each moment of waiting, each period of uncertainty, is a meticulous arrangement crafted by my hands. Like Joseph in Egypt, who endured betrayal, imprisonment, and separation to fulfill the destiny I had ordained, you too are being prepared. Trust in my hidden workings, even when circumstances feel bewildering or harsh. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6 reminds you, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." Each challenge is a teacher, each silent night a forge for your faith, each unexpected twist a testament to my sovereign care. Beloved child, what seems difficult or impossible today will one day become effortless and clear. I am removing what is unnecessary, refining what is essential, and aligning every aspect of your life with my eternal plan. The trials you have faced, the moments of confusion, the days of weariness, have not been wasted. Every tear, every moment of longing, every sleepless night has nourished your soul and strengthened your resolve. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 assures you, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope." Even when life appears chaotic, even when your understanding falters, every element is being woven together for your ultimate good. I am orchestrating these threads of your existence with infinite wisdom and boundless love, ensuring that each piece fits perfectly in the tapestry of your life. Allow my hand to guide your every movement, my child. True freedom is found not in controlling the world around you but in releasing the need to control, in entrusting your life fully to me. You were never meant to bear the weight of every outcome, to manage every detail, to anticipate every consequence. Your purpose is to trust, to follow, and to abide in my care. Those who surrender fully discover a peace that surpasses all understanding, for they know that I hold all things in my hand. Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 and 7 promises, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." When you place your trust in me completely, the burdens that once weighed heavily upon you dissolve, replaced by a serenity that only I can provide. My beloved, do not fear the unknown or dwell on the past, for every detail is within my sovereign care. I am positioning you exactly where you need to be, opening doors you cannot yet see, guiding you through unseen corridors of opportunity and blessing. The victories that await you will testify to my faithfulness, and the resolutions that manifest will reveal the depth of my love and wisdom. Each unfolding moment is a confirmation that my plans are perfect, that my timing is flawless, and that every season of your life is purposeful. You are being elevated, not by circumstance, but by the very essence of my being. Remember, my child, that your spirit thrives on authenticity, on relationships forged in love, truth, and loyalty, not on the number of companions surrounding you. I am clearing away what is superficial, what confuses, what distracts, so that only those who strengthen, encourage, and uphold you remain. I will never allow you to be led astray by empty words or misleading influences. Instead, I guide you to those who offer genuine companionship, wisdom, and support. I am your steadfast light, your secure refuge, and in me, you will find clarity and assurance that cannot be shaken. Solutions, aid, and blessings will emerge from directions you never anticipated, from sources you could not foresee. Everything is being orchestrated according to my perfect design. Even when your senses perceive uncertainty, know that each detail is moving according to my will. You will not walk alone. My Spirit illuminates your path, revealing every step, every opportunity, every blessing with clarity. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will witness the extraordinary unfolding of what you once thought impossible. Your faith and trust will be abundantly rewarded, my beloved child. Do not allow temporary setbacks to shake your resolve or divert you from the path I have prepared. What I have destined for you is unshakable, immovable, and eternal. Every loss will be restored, every effort multiplied, and every expectation fulfilled according to my wisdom. Romans 8 verse 28 declares, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose." Every circumstance, every encounter, every decision is intricately woven into the greater plan that leads you to fulfillment, abundance, and divine joy. Beloved child, this is the time of rebirth, of transition from emptiness to fullness, from uncertainty to clarity. The doors I open now will remain open, and the peace I bestow cannot be taken. Your journey is no longer defined by struggle alone but by trust, by alignment with my will, and by the unfolding of my divine purpose in your life. What is occurring now marks a profound chapter, a season of restoration, abundance, and revelation. Stand firm, maintain unwavering faith, and behold my hand at work. I am your God, your Father, your refuge, your protector. You are never alone, and you are always guided by my loving and perfect wisdom. And in this truth, you will find a peace that the world cannot touch, a joy that the trials cannot diminish, and a life fully blessed according to my eternal design. Your faith has been the silent anchor holding your heart steady amid storms that seemed endless, my beloved child. I have witnessed every tear you shed in secret, every night your weary body bowed under the weight of responsibilities that appeared greater than your own strength. Yet, none of this has gone unnoticed. Every moment of doubt, every fear that arose in your mind, every time you felt lost and alone, I was with you, holding your hand invisibly, guiding each step that, though imperfect, brought you closer to the purpose I designed long before you even existed. I see not only what you do, but also what you endure, what you cultivate within, and above all, what you continue to trust in patience and hope. The faith you carry is not mere belief, it is a beam of light cutting through the darkness, a quiet power sustaining your being, preparing you for the fullness that will manifest at the exact time I intend. Every tear, every sigh, every silent prayer has contributed to the fortification of your spirit, and now, my child, the moment of reward is approaching, not as a fleeting instance, but as a lasting revelation of my eternal plan. Know this, my child, no circumstance, no matter how challenging it appears, has occurred without a higher purpose. What seems to you as chaos, confusion, or loss is, in truth, a stage of preparation. Each obstacle faced, every door that seemed to close in despair, was part of a greater movement intended to realign your path. I have been orchestrating what your limited vision could not perceive. Every time you felt the weight of the world pressing on your shoulders, I was shaping your courage, refining your patience, and strengthening the faith that now flourishes in your spirit. Remember, my beloved, what is truly yours can never be taken away. Every sacrifice, every moment you let go of what you loved, every silence endured, all have been necessary for your growth. Nothing in your journey is wasted, and every step, even those that seem to falter, has brought you closer to the destiny I have prepared. I see when your mind longs for swift answers, when your soul craves immediate solutions. But understand, the timing you perceive as slow is not a delay, it is the cadence of perfection unfolding. Everything that will come to you will arrive whole, complete, and without deficiency. No part of what belongs to you will be lost or forgotten. Even what remains invisible to your eyes is already being established by my hand. The certainty you seek does not rely on human effort or manipulation. It rests fully in my authority and in the alignment of every circumstance according to my will. Therefore, do not rush, do not despair. Walk with me, step by step, allowing my grace to guide you. For what I have prepared for you exceeds anything your mind could imagine and surpasses all earthly expectations. It will fill voids you did not even know existed and will bring joys that were quietly nurtured in your heart over time. There is a profound transformation occurring within you, my child, even if you cannot fully perceive it yet. Every trial you have faced, every silent struggle endured, has contributed to building a fortress inside you that is now beginning to emerge. You will no longer depend on the approval of others, nor will you feel compelled to justify your journey before human eyes. The life that awaits you will speak for itself, reflecting my constant presence and unwavering guidance. When others observe your path and wonder how you arrived here, simply say, "My God was with me." It was not the absence of challenges that brought you here, but my constant hand guiding your steps through them. This clarity, this peace, this understanding is what is now approaching, a reality where your life itself becomes testimony of divine faithfulness. Your patience, resilience, and unwavering faith are about to manifest tangibly. The weariness that has burdened your spirit for so long will be replaced with renewed strength, a vitality not dependent on human effort but on my presence actively working within you. Even if the world does not see the changes yet, invisible forces are at work, correcting what was out of balance, stabilizing what seemed unstable, and opening pathways where once there was only confusion. You do not need to understand every detail. Your task is to remain vigilant, to keep your heart open, and to recognize the subtle signs of my intervention. The life that approaches is not built upon your personal toil but upon my providence and the certainty of my promises. Trust in this truth, my beloved, and allow your heart to be at peace. What I have prepared for you is not instantaneous but a continuous unfolding, a sequence of steps guided by my hand. What seemed like endings were merely openings for new chapters. Every relationship that shifted, every bond that dissolved, was part of the purification process leading you to what truly belongs to you. I am guiding you to places where you will be valued, understood, and protected. Do not fear change, for it is not destruction but reorganization. The emptiness you may feel now is the space necessary for growth, the gap needed for what is authentic and everlasting to enter. I am preparing a foundation in your life that is unshakable, built not on fleeting circumstances but on my eternal word, which remains firm and unalterable. Every experience you have lived carries weight and meaning. Nothing has been in vain. Every tear not shed, every word unspoken, every pain borne in silence forms the groundwork for the abundant life that awaits you. I have seen your efforts to sustain what seemed to crumble, your desire to protect what was precious, and your courage to stand firm even when all appeared lost. By my authority, I declare that these experiences are now transforming into genuine recognition, not through human eyes, but through mine, the eyes that never overlook those I cherish. The pain and sorrow you endured were not punishments but instruments of refinement, necessary for your advancement. What feels like loss is in reality liberation, preparing you for the fullness of joy that is destined to enter your life. Do not allow anxiety to cloud your perception of what is to come. I know where you are, my child, and I know the exact moment when each blessing will manifest. Nothing is left to chance. Every need, every legitimate desire, will be met in its entirety. Nothing will be incomplete or partial. I am at work behind the scenes, establishing balance, preparing circumstances and people, so that when your blessings arrive, they do so in full measure, abundant and enduring. Stay patient, remain attentive, and allow your spirit to remain open. The timing of my provision is perfect, and what is coming exceeds any plan or expectation you may hold. Everything you require for your journey will appear at precisely the right time. Recognize, my beloved, the resilience you have cultivated. The patience you nurtured, even in moments of discouragement, has forged within you an inner strength that now begins to emerge visibly. What seemed delayed is ready to manifest, bringing lasting changes and tangible achievements. Every act of perseverance, every decision to continue despite apparent futility, has accumulated invisible fruits that are now becoming evident. You are being led to a state of completeness, where your history, your devotion, and your love will be acknowledged. What once seemed insignificant will now reveal its profound and eternal meaning. My cherished child, understand that every step of your journey was essential to form the path that now unfolds before you. I have not merely observed, I have actively engaged in every circumstance, every silence, every quiet battle. All experiences are transforming into wisdom, lessons, and preparation for what lies ahead. Remain alert, receptive, and steadfast. The future you face does not depend on your strength but on my guidance, my care, and my perfect administration over your life. Walk with me, trust in my providence, and receive each blessing with an open heart. Everything that belongs to you will arrive at the right time, complete, lasting, and unmistakably yours. And in all of this, know that you were never alone, for I have been with you from the very beginning, and I will never leave your side, my precious child. In response to your prayers, my beloved child, I have heard each one of them. Even those that seemed silent, whispered only between your heart and the shadows of the night, I have known and embraced. I know the weight you have carried, the moments of doubt, and the tears that no one saw but that nourished your soul with faith and patience. Every sigh of yours has not gone unnoticed. I was there, invisible to your eyes, preparing paths, shaping opportunities, and shielding you from roads that might delay your destiny. Every night you felt alone, every hour when you thought no one understood your heart, was also a moment when my silent presence enveloped you, strengthened you, and kept you steady, even when your body and spirit longed to falter. My child, understand that each prayer of yours is a bridge between your heart and my will, and that the simple act of trusting, of surrendering your fears and desires, is already a giant step toward what I have prepared for you. With every glance you cast toward the horizon, even when no way seemed clear, I was already seeing the entire path, outlining the shape of your victory and guiding your steps without your noticing. On the journey you have traveled so far, you faced many shadows that seemed insurmountable, yet they were instruments designed to refine your soul. Each difficulty, each setback, each sense of failure was meant to strengthen your essence, revealing the resilience and courage that lay hidden behind your insecurities. My beloved child, remember all the times you thought nothing made sense. In those moments, your faith was tested, your patience refined, and your silent determination became an invisible force now manifesting. The battles fought, the tears shed in secret, and the moments of despair were never wasted. They planted seeds of wisdom, maturity, and discernment. Learn to see the value in every experience, even those that seemed too difficult to bear, for it was precisely these experiences that prepared you for the new that is now approaching. Do not fear what is yet to come, for I have already prepared every detail of your journey, even before your first breath. Often, what you call loss, delay, or emptiness is merely the silent reorientation of what your heart has not yet understood. My beloved child, trust the divine process. Every person who enters your life, every opportunity that presents itself, every obstacle that seems to slow you down, is carefully placed in my greater plan. What appears random or unfair is actually part of a design that only I can fully see. I know your fears, your desires, and your capacity, and I know exactly how to guide you without overburdening your heart. No step is wasted. Every decision, even the smallest, contributes to your growth and brings you closer to the purpose for which you were created. Now, my child, the time has come to release everything that no longer serves your evolution. Broken bonds, hopes that seem to fail, unspoken words, all of this will be transformed into learning, strength, and clarity. I am reshaping your story, not to erase the past, but to allow every experience to serve as a foundation for the future awaiting you. What was lost will be restored, and what seemed impossible will become reality before your eyes. Learn to trust fully in me, for your path is surrounded by my guidance. Every detail, every event, even those that seemed difficult or unjust, has been carefully placed so that your heart may grow, your mind may comprehend the depth of my wisdom, and your soul may prepare for the abundance that will come. Your heart, my beloved, must learn to rest in the assurance that nothing that departs from you is truly a permanent loss. Every farewell, every door that closes, is merely an opening to something greater, more fitting, and more lasting. I know your fears, your desires, and your doubts, and even when you do not understand, all is being directed toward your good. The emptiness you felt, the nights of anguish, and the sense of being lost will be replaced with clarity, trust, and a profound sense of purpose. Look to the future without fear, my child, for it has already been perfectly mapped. Every experience, even the most painful, was designed to strengthen you, so that when you arrive at this point, you may fully understand the fullness of my work in your life. In your coming days, doors will open where once only walls stood, opportunities will arise where you thought there was no way forward, and words will be spoken that will alter your path in profound ways. Every detail, even the smallest, will be guided toward your prosperity and inner peace. You will learn to recognize the signs of my presence, to understand that every encounter, every seemingly trivial decision, is part of a greater plan aimed at your complete fulfillment. In your coming days, doors will open where once only walls stood, opportunities will arise where you thought there was no way forward, and words will be spoken that will alter your path in profound ways. Every detail, even the smallest, will be guided toward your prosperity and inner peace. You will learn to recognize the signs of my presence, to understand that every encounter, every seemingly trivial decision, is part of a greater plan aimed at your complete fulfillment. My child, you no longer need to fight alone. You need not force situations, simply trust and walk forward. I prepare everything while your heart learns to rest in the tranquility of my loving oversight. Every step you take in faith resonates throughout your life, transforming your path into a testimony of my fidelity and care. Also understand that your value is not defined by visible victories or losses, but by your inner growth, by your ability to remain steadfast despite circumstances, and by the faith you have cultivated even in the darkest hours. Your life will not be measured by what the world acknowledges, but by what you achieve through the strength I have planted within you. Every tear shed, every moment of discouragement endured, has been recorded and transformed into fuel for your ascent. My child, the patience you have exercised, the perseverance, and the surrender are seeds of a full and blessed future that is now beginning to manifest. With each passing day, your spirit strengthens, and your trust in me deepens, forming firm roots that no wind can uproot. This new time, my beloved, is not merely an outward change but a true internal renewal. Old burdens are being lifted, emotional wounds are being softened, and your soul is being elevated to a state of clarity and peace you have never fully known before. Understand that the greatest miracle is not only in visible accomplishments but in the silent transformation of your inner self, where I dwell and where my love works with infinite depth. Allow yourself to feel this change, to embrace this peace, and to recognize that everything that has passed served a purpose and now contributes to your highest good. All that you suffered, all that you waited for in silence, now begins to bear fruit, revealing the fullness of my will in your life. My child, every step you take from now on will be accompanied by my hand. Your life is meant to positively influence those around you, to bring reconciliations, to restore connections, and to radiate light where there was once darkness. What once seemed isolated or meaningless now becomes part of a larger picture, where every action, every choice, contributes to a greater good that transcends your current understanding. Your presence in this world is significant, and everything that happens to you is connected to a higher purpose, involving not only your growth but the well-being of those around you. Trust me, my child, and watch how the changes occurring around you reflect the transformations within your heart. The difficulties you have faced were not in vain. They have strengthened you and prepared you for the greatness that is to come. Your heart is being refined, your spirit elevated, and your trust in me is the key that opens doors to a life of abundance, fulfillment, and achievement. Rest in me, surrender fully, and watch how every piece of your story fits perfectly, revealing a glorious future that surpasses all you have imagined. I am with you, my child, and I always will be, guiding, sustaining, and loving you until all is revealed in the fullness of my will. Every tear, every step, every future victory is a testament to the care and love I have for you, today and forevermore. Perceive yourself through my eyes, dear one. Understand your inherent worth, the clarity of your true self, and the distinct purpose that has been woven into your very being. You are not defined by past limitations, by the judgments of others, or by the hardships you have endured. You are a reflection of my design, a vessel of love, courage, and divine intention. Embrace the fullness of who you are, and do not shy away from the blessings that I am sending to meet you. Every step you take in faith strengthens the foundation upon which your life will continue to rise. Continue steadfastly, knowing that every aspect of your being is seen, cherished, and guided by my eternal hand. Finally, my beloved child, receive this truth with an open heart. All that has transpired, all that you have endured, all that you have patiently awaited, has been necessary to bring you to this point of readiness. The future is abundant with blessings, understanding, and divine revelation, and you are fully equipped to receive it. Continue to walk in faith, to trust in my timing, and to allow my wisdom to guide every decision, thought, and action. What is yours cannot be taken, and what I have promised will arrive in completeness, bringing fulfillment beyond your imagination. Stand firm, move with confidence, and know that I am ever with you. Your life is not by chance but by design, orchestrated with infinite love and perfect precision. Amen. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.